that no man can open. And I'm here to tell somebody that the reason I'm still here is because Jesus prayed for me. You see, he got down on his knees and he said, Father, I stretch my hands to thee. No other help I know. If thou withdraw thyself from me, tell me where would I be? And he said that I'm not praying that you don't go through it, but I'm praying that even though you fail, your faith fail you not, because it's my faith that's going to get me to the next level. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, it's my faith that's going to help me overcome. It's my faith that's going to let me look the devil in the face and say that I shall make it. Notice what he does is he gives him the kind promise. He says that when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. When thou art converted, which means that you shall come out, and you will come out. You got to come out, and when you come out, your job is to tell somebody about the goodness of the Lord. Give your neighbor a high five and say, neighbor, I got a testimony, and the testimony is, look where the Lord has brought me from, and there's no secret. Touch your neighbor and say, it's on now. To what God can do, what he's done for others, he'll do the same thing for you. That's why I can come in this church and I can lift my hands and say that if it wasn't for Jesus praying for me, I would never have made it. But I'm so glad that Jesus prayed for me. Is there anybody here that'll say that I'm so glad that Jesus prays for me? Because when Jesus prays, that means something has got to change. When Jesus prays, that means yokes got to be broken. When Jesus prays, weeping may endure for a night, but somehow, someway, joy has got to come in the morning. When Jesus prays, there is no weapon that can be formed against me that will be able to prosper. When Jesus prays, all things has got to work together for the good, for them that loves the Lord. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, I made it against all odds. I made it. I'm still here. I'm still holding on. I'm still praising the Lord. I made it. Tell your enemies. Say, I made it. Tell your hater. Say, I made it. Tell the devil. Say, I made it. And now that I made it, I got a praise that nobody can take from me. I got a praise that nobody can deny. All I got to do is think about the goodness of Jesus and all he's done for me. Is there anybody here that knows that you made it? Is there anybody here that knows that God brought you out? Is there anybody here that'll say that if it wasn't for Jesus, you would never have made it? Well, you might as well praise him for how he brought you out. Praise him for how he's broke the yoke. Praise him for how he's opened the door. And if anybody want to look at you crazy because you got a praise that they can't explain, then don't worry about it, because they're not the ones that brought you out. It was Jesus. Somebody ought to praise him. Somebody ought to bless his name. The devil thought, I feel like preaching in this place. The devil thought what you went through was going to make you fall apart. The devil thought what you went through was going to make you lose your mind. The devil thought what you went through was going to make you have a breakdown. But God said, I got news for you, devil. I'm about to turn that breakdown around and make it a breakthrough. You broke through, and there's nothing no devil can do about it. You broke through, and there's nothing no hater can do about it. You broke through, and there's nothing no enemy can do about it, because you made it. You made it. You. Touch somebody and say, I made it. Against all odds, I made it. When folks said that you would never make it, you made it. The reason you're here is because God prayed for you. Notice what Peter does. Peter denies Jesus.